Hello, guys. Welcome back to our channel. This is Ruth and Felicia's channel. If it's your first time watching us, thank you. And for our subscribers who always come back to watch us, thank you. Guys, today it's all about coping with a long distance marriage or relationships based on our experiences. Ruth, have you ever been in a long distance relationship before? If yes,
Okay, so
are you still with the person?
first of all, let me also thank our subscribers and
Right.
those who like our video and share. Okay, so we
Yes.
say thank you very much, and please don't forget to keep your comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Okay,
Right.
so to your question, yes, I have been in a long distance relationship, and I'm still with the person, and by God's grace, we are married. Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
How did it
And
start?
okay, so first of all, we were friends, yeah.
Oh,
We
for
were
how long?
friends. He was like a big brother to me. I think from
And you dated your big brother.
he's not my brother, okay. He was like
You
a big
said,
brother. He was a friend, He was a friend. He was
okay.
like a big brother, the brother. After I completed SHS, okay, so
Yes.
for that time, but it was the chatting wasn't consistent, okay.
Hmm.
Because he wasn't around, like I said, long distance. So we would communicate and all that till it progressed to something
Yes.
relationship, right? So we were able to cope because I got to know his intentions, right? And we would communicate all the time because it's a long distance relationship, and all we can
Right.
do is to talk to each other every day so that you feel that okay, the person is on the same page with me, or we are heading somewhere. Because if
Right.
you don't talk to the person every day, don't get to know what you guys are up to, what he's doing, if he's there with you, if you are a priority, then you kind of ask yourself a lot of questions as to whether if he really likes you or if he's doing something there that you don't know. And
Yeah.
mind you, long distance relationship, when if you have people in your circle who will tell you that, do you know what he's doing over there? And I'm sure that some people will be telling him or her that, do you know what the other person is also doing
Julian,
where,
yes.
yeah, so it's like that. So if you don't have patience, if you are not committed, if you are not keeping the relationship or the other person your priority, then it's going to be a problem. Yeah, so it's patience, communication, commitment. So if you don't have patience, I'm sorry to say, long distance relationship,
It's not for
it's
you.
especially when you have friends or people around you that are going out with their people, having fun. Let's say, surprise them and all that, and you are there and you have nobody to do those
Right.
things with you. Then
Yes.
you might feel pressure, but if you're somebody who can withstand all that pressure, then
Right.
you're good to go in around with those kind of people. But if you can't stand the pressure, then it's better you keep a gap between those people and prioritize your relationship, I would say. I would
Right.
say. Yeah. So what about you? You're asking me all the question. What about you? Have you been in a long distance relationship? Have you? Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you.
Right. Good question. Actually, I am still in a long distance marriage. Yes. It started with distance relationship and now we are married.
How were you coping with the distance, with the communication? Is there anything that made you feel like, okay, this guy is serious with me in a long distance relationship? Is there any instance, or was there an
Yes.
instance where you felt like, no, this guy is serious with me?
I would say from the beginning, when we started talking, first it started with having uncomfortable conversations. We have some conversations in relationship that It's very uncomfortable. Some people, they wait till they trust the person before talking about.
Yeah.
Some they wait for like a year, some 6 months into the relationship. And sometimes when you tell them, it could be your past, it could be health issues, it could be anything. And like the secret, sometimes when you tell the person, it leads to misunderstanding, disagreements, and stuff. So we had those type of conversation from the beginning. So that was the first time. And then after 2 months into our relationship, he started asking me how we can close the distance.
Wow. In just
Yes,
2 months.
just two
So
months. Mm,
that means that if you're in a long distance relationship,
yes,
you guys should consider closing the distance. That
of course.
would,
That's
would yeah,
Yeah, that should
yeah.
be
That would
your
mean that
agenda, your main focus. Your main focus should
mm,
be how you can close the distance. After 2 months into our relationship, we started finding ways that we can close the distance. We realized that
mm,
if I have to visit him, it's going to be a long process and stressful as well. So we decided that he will be doing the visiting instead. Right. So 4 months, I think 3 months or 4 months into, if I remember, it's either 3 months or 4 months into the relationship, he came to see me.
wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And since after that, it has been like 4 months or 3 months. Every 4 months or 3 months, you come to visit. So that's how we've been closing the distance somehow. And then also, he's not quick to judge. He's slow to
Mm,
judge. Yes, let's say if I want to go somewhere, and I tell him, oh, I'm going out with this person, or I'm going out with that person, he doesn't, who is this person, and when did this person came into the
don't
um
go
into the
stay
picture? Yes,
those
and
things.
he's slow to judge, and he's slow to judge because of how I started with him. Because I knew everything is based on trust and there is a distance that we are battling with, I was very
Mm,
transparent with him from the beginning.
right.
I listen to his dislikes and his likes, and I make sure that I don't do what he doesn't like. Sometimes if like, oh, there is a party here, I'm missing out, I have to go, going to the club, going out with friends, I try as much as possible to stop that. I'm not even the outing type, so it has been easy for me, yeah.
Okay. Okay. That showed. I say Gio.
Yeah.
Say hi to Gio for me.
Yeah, which was he is not quick to judge because of how transparent I am with him. So, and we have some partners. If you want to go out with your friends, let's say if the person is opposite sex, they'll be like, "Who is
Mhm.
this person? When did this person came to the picture? How come I didn't know about this person?" Something about long distance relationship. Insecurity is very common. So you have to make sure that you are not giving your partner the reason to be insecure.
Yeah,
Yes.
take it out.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if you are going out with your male friends and your partner is not okay with it, if you really want the relationship, you have to do something about it.
it all boils down to prioritizing your relationship or your
Exactly.
partner.
Exactly.
Because at
Exactly.
the end of the day, if
Mhm.
you guys are serious, you both are going to be married, not
Yeah.
the other party.
Right.
Mm.
Mhm.
I'm learning.
Because sometimes when you go out with friends, today you are here with this person, another time you are here with that. Sometimes it leads to something else. You never know. Some things
Exactly.
may happen. Yeah. And the more you be
Mm,
given the excuses, oh, there is a party, I'm going. Oh, there is this, I'm going. It creates some doubt. Yeah.
yeah.
And communication, we communicate
Mm,
as well. I always say communication is the key to every relationship, regardless of
mm,
the relationship, communication. But we have healthy and unhealthy communication. We don't force communication. Let's say, oh, yes, we have to talk all the time, but we have some time that you feel like you guys are on the phone, you have nothing to talk about. There has been like silence for, let's say, 5 minutes, and still you are on the
yeah.
phone. So when it
Yeah.
happens like that, you'll be like, oh, babe, I have nothing to talk about. I think uh I might call you later. I said, well, yes, you call me back. And then after a few minutes, when he calls, we are able to talk. We have something to talk about. If you force the communication, it can lead to a lot of problems in your relationship. If you feel like you don't have anything to say, you give yourself some time, you excuse your partner, and then maybe after an hour or two, then you call each other. You give them space. When your partner needs a space, give your partner the space that they need. Yeah. And we have some couples or partners, they prefer to have a scheduled time that they will talk. They will choose, let's say, we will talk in the morning, we will talk in the afternoon, we will talk in the evening. This might work for some people, others too, it doesn't. For us, we don't have anything like scheduled times, like, oh, let's talk in the morning, let's talk in the evening. No. Even though we don't have scheduled time, but we always make sure that we are there for each other.
Okay, so let me quickly ask you this.
Mhm.
How do you solve problems?
Mhm.
Okay, let's say there's an issue, since it's long distance, how do you manage to solve issues when it arises in your relationship, in a long
Right,
distance relationship? How did you do it? Is
right.
it still like on the phone, or you did?
How? I don't know how we do it, but I would say most parts we talk it through, you know, we don't sleep on anger. Yes, so when there is a misunderstanding, we try our best to solve it. But when we feel like we are talking over each other, we give ourselves some space, and after some time, we will call back. And when we call, we apologize to each other. The one that feel like, oh, I was at fault will apologize. So yeah,
Because
yeah.
these things would happen, okay? No one
Mhm.
is perfect. You will
No.
have misunderstanding, disagreements, and all that. But it all
Yeah,
depends on how fast or how well you can move past that issue,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. Did anything change when you got married? Like the distance, did you change the way you were coping or it was still the same for you?
Okay, okay. So I would say it was the same, but
Mhm,
when you are married,
mhm.
it feels like you have the entitlement,
Okay.
right?
Mhm,
It's legal. So
mhm,
now everybody knows. When you are dating a long distance relationship, not everybody knows, even where you stay, your workplace, and all that. So after
mhm.
you are married, if in a long distance relationship, people will start asking questions. So at that point, it becomes different. Like,
Yes.
hey, you're married and your husband is somewhere, and you're also somewhere. Let's say if you're in a long distance marriage for a year, it's going to two, it's going to three, people will start asking questions. And a long distance marriage, you see people will be like, "Dabena bewo, dabena bema ni beba." Our
Yeah.
African settings, a lot to ask. How are you going to make this work? Are you sure this guy really likes you? Are you sure he really married you because he just wanted to be married?
Mhm.
He doesn't like you. I had a lot of people coming my way, letting me
Wow.
know that what you said, the man is doing something there. Maybe he
Yes.
has a girlfriend. I
Mhm.
would tell you that a man cannot stay that long without having S, right?
Yes. Yeah.
They will do all that, but I knew the kind of man I married,
Yeah.
and I was standing firm to my grounds, not believing.
Mhm.
Let's say this, then you tell to yourself, then you tell this to yourself, then
Mhm.
what are people telling him? If he believes that, or if he believes that, are you also going to believe what people are telling you?
Right.
So it all boils down to make sure that you are able to stand some negative comments that comes your way. If you
Yeah.
are not able to, try to distance yourself from those people.
Yes.
There are
Keep
many
your
who
circle
come your way.
small. Yeah, keep your circle small. If you feel like there are some friends who will make you feel uncomfortable with your relationship, will create doubt for you in your relationship, cut them
Ex-
off. And if there are male friends that you even need to cut them off to keep your relationship, just do it because it's a long
yeah.
distance relationship or marriage. So you don't want to do anything that will put your relationship at risk.
Okay, so with you,
Mhm.
and when you were in a long distance relationship, or let's say marriage, was there a time where it came to mind that your partner might cheat or will be cheating.
That's the least of my worry, because some people are not going to like this, but he is a man, you know, and we are in a long distance relationship. So the moment you start thinking about these negativities, like, is he secretly seeing someone? Is he still into me? Like, the more you think about it, the more it creates some doubts in your mind, So I don't take my mind there. I don't think about that at all. My focus is trying to, keep this going, trying to make it work.
It's very good. What you said is like keeping a good energy,
Yeah,
a
you have to
positive.
stay positive. You have to stay positive. If you always be dwelling on the negativity, it's like, who is he
To
talking to?
attract the negative.
Exactly. Who is he talking to? What is he doing? Focus on becoming a better person. Be thinking about your plans, your vision, how you can make it work, how it's going to be aligned, and things that you can do to keep you guys together, but not to drift apart.
So it worked for you, right? It worked for
Yeah,
you.
yes,
For you.
it has.
Yeah.
It has been working for me till now. So, mm,
You're good. You're good to
yeah,
go. That's a when I was in Ghana,
yes.
a lot of people going to work on my way to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of remember I met a man. So this man approached me. He was talking to me, and I told him I'm married. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
what he said?
What?
He said in a local dialect, he said that onim sɛ ɛnyɛ kyɛnsee nti biara na ebua kyɛnsee so.
Why? Why did he say that?
He was trying to tell me that even though I'm married, that man is not the man I'm supposed to marry. He's not the
Wow.
one for me because God has told him that
Does he know your
he's
does he know your husband?
no, he doesn't. I met him on my way to work. I mean,
Wow.
let's say that's my route. That's my route I use all the time going to work. So I think he
Yes.
sees me. So sometimes when I'm going to work, I see him because he lives just
Right.
by my work side. So he told me
Right.
that, and I was like,
Wow. That's
say that.
mean, you know.
So for a guy to approach you, knowing that you are really in a serious relationship or you are married and will still tell you this, you should know that this guy is no good.
Yeah,
So
true.
I didn't let people. I didn't let people brainwash me of that. Okay, he's doing something there. He's not the one for you, and all that. The thing is, I knew who I was married, and as you said, keep a positive energy.
Yeah.
A lot of people will come your way trying to influence you from, that good relationship. And if you stay firm, you stay still, things will work out. A distance relationship, I would say, is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. I'd say it's
Serious,
not.
because it's not easy. They have insecurity problems. Such people,
Trust
it's
issues.
not for you. Trust issues. They have trust issues because for a long distance relationship to work, you have to one, you have to be transparent. Two, you have to try to find a way to close the distance. Three, you have to stay positive. You should be positive all the time, and you should be
Mm,
hopeful. You should be hopeful that it will work. Yes. And
yeah.
communication, you should communicate as well, and don't force
Mm,
communication. If you feel like you guys, your partner is tired, give your partner the space that your partner deserves. And don't be too quick to judge. you know Give the
mm,
person the room to explain his or herself.
mm,
And also, if you
right.
feel like there are friends that you've been keeping and your partner has been complaining about it, please try to cut off those friends. Keep your circle small when you are in a long distance relationship or marriage. And ultimately, make plans to end the distance. You should find ways and means to close the distance.
Right. You said it all. You said it all. Yeah.
Yeah. So, your final words.
Okay. So my final word is communication. Communicate with your partner every day. That's what I did. It will work for you, it might not work for you. So that's my final words. And trust the process. Trust the process. Make sure that you have the feeling that your partner is willing to make the relationship work. If you keep having doubts, there's always doubts, or your partner keeps giving you doubts, then please check
Excuses
it
all
before
the
you wait.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you have to check it so that you don't waste each other's time.
Time. Yeah, exactly. Make sure that you are not wasting
Yeah.
each other's time, like she said. Thank you guys for
Mm.
watching us once again. If you've watched
Mm.
to this point, to the end, kindly subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much. And
Yeah,
yeah,
see you guys later. Be kind, be safe, and be humble. Thanks for
right.
watching.